Hello, I'm back again, and this time I have with me Gill Hartley of Clear Your Space, all the way in Bustleton, and me sitting in this little tiny room in Orange, which is my reading room. So welcome, Gill. Thank you so much. The decluttering queen. I can't even get my words right. The decluttering queen. I need to declutter my mouth.
Thank you, Vanessa, for a lovely welcome. Yeah, I'm so happy to be here. I'm excited.
Yes,
Yeah.
another live for you to do. You're getting used to these, aren't you?
I'm starting to really enjoy them as well, which is really good. Yeah.
So just so that anyone, if you're watching, Jill has just finished in the Step Into the Spotlight 6th month. I know it sounds a long time, but it's actually not. It flew, didn't it?
It did.
Yeah. And you need the 6 months, don't you?
Definitely need that 6 months. Yeah, you couldn't do it in any less time, I don't think.
No. And so it's a 6-month, the Step in the Spotlight 6-month profile building program for coaches who want to get known and put themselves out there in front of their market. And for many, even just get the foundations of their business running as well. So this is what I've been doing today, Jill. This is why I'm in this room. I've been doing readings today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I've done for the day, which is I thought you and I could get on and do this. Leave messages from your angels. Perhaps I'll draw you one and see what you get.
Okay.
So tell me, because, you're a bit of a shy one like I am, and many of the girls, not so much any of the guys, but many of the girls that joined us, we would call ourselves a little bit introverted, if not a lot introverted.
Yeah.
Do you do that?
Oh,
shy?
Definitely shy and introverted until you get to know me.
Yeah.
And as you discovered, you can't shut me up.
We had many a late night at the 2 days in Sydney, didn't we? Staying up, talking ghosts and all sorts of cool stuff, people. So what drew you then as someone that's shy? And I, if you don't mind me saying this, you really didn't have a lot of confidence when you first joined us.
Oh, absolutely. And I think what drew me is I was looking for something that I needed for me with like-minded people. There's lots of great courses out there which are more for the extrovert and all that rah-rah stuff, and that's just so not me. And I've done some of those courses and I was trying to change and it was uncomfortable and exhausting. And then when I met you through another, when you did the mentoring for me, and I just felt that connection with you, and then I began following you and saw that you were extroverted as well, introverted. and that's what drew me to you, was because you were embracing it rather than trying to change it. And I was, and even from following you, I was learning how to manage my introversion and put myself out there. And then, joining the group joining the program was the best thing that I did. It was a perfect program for me, not only to build those foundations for my business, because I had the skills. I've got the decluttering knowledge and experience and the coaching knowledge and experience, but I wasn't building my business, and that's where I was looking was to start building my business, because by the time I joined the program, I knew I was serious about this is what I wanted to be doing. This is my future. And I found that, doing the program with you, and I stumbled at one stage in the business because of that technology block. And here I am.
Yes, you had a big block, Gill, around technology when you first joined us, and there was a lot of I can't do this, and yet here you are. You figured out how to get on the other end of this today, and this is your first time, so you've got to be happy about that.
Yes, and the beauty of it was, or is that I found that the support was there from not only you and the Helen Ryan, but everyone else in the group, the other participants in the group. There was just such a wonderful group, and it was a safe place to admit and be open and honest and say, look, I'm really struggling here. How, what do I do next? How can I move forward? And you got me there. I mean, I'm certainly a different person, as you know, and from when I first started, my confidence has changed. I'm, ready to get out there. And I was actually talking to a client yesterday of mine, and she has noticed a change in me in the 6 months. She knew I was doing the program, and, she was supportive where in parts of the program where we needed to talk to people and everything. And she was saying she's noticed the difference, and she said when I start talking decluttering, I just like blossom. So so that's the difference that it's made for me, and I'm definitely confident to talk about my business and what I do rather than go declutter. But no, it's wonderful, and I was surprised at how many people out there need my services.
Yeah, like when you came in, you didn't talk publicly about the decluttering business at all. You were decoying to something else the whole time. It's almost like you were, I don't know exactly how you were feeling, but you didn't want to mention what you were attempting to do with the decluttering business. But now I see the difference in you. Like if we start talking about decluttering, you light up.
I think it was in the group as well. I mean, lots of the participants in the group were saying, "Oh, I need this," and one of them actually sent me photos of how I'd inspired her to clean out one of her drawers in her bathroom, and the change was just incredible. And just knowing that people out there have got their clutter and don't want to talk about it, and yet here I am, sharing information. They go and do something like that, and then come back to me and say, "Look what I did," and then we can go there and do the bigger one, because now they feel that they've got a safe space to tell someone, and they're not going to, I'm not going to make them feel embarrassed or make them throw out stuff they don't want to and stuff like that. I mean, I'm non-judgmental, and I've been overwhelmed with clutter myself. So, so I can understand how embarrassing it is. I mean, I had a time where if my house wasn't spotless, you didn't get in the front door. That's how bad I was. But I've let a lot of that perfectionism go, and the last relics of that perfectionist certainly disappeared throughout the Step Into the Spotlight program.
Yeah, and how, Gill, did you find like having a support coach? Because we have Helen Ryan as the support coach for you. Because I admit openly, when you sign up, I cannot handle the whole lot. There's quite a few of you go through. It's a long, comprehensive program. And so we bring in the Helen Ryan, as she becomes known as, and she is your support coach. What did you think about that, having a program that actually gave you a support coach as part of the investment?
Oh, that was just gold for me. And having Helen there too as a support, who was good because she wasn't afraid to, kick me in the pants a couple of times, and just
that was her job.
It was really good. But I still got value from the program without Helen as the support coach. But I think she just added to it, and I'm probably it was just excellent.
Icing on the cake.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. And so there's been a big shift in you. And I've got echo now. Can you hear that echo?
A little bit.
Yeah, okay, it's toned down now. Good. There's been a big shift in you. You've talked about where you first started. You were too scared to even really mention what it was that you were doing with your business. And God, I remember trying to get you to do a video, Gill. Do you remember?
Oh, no.
And look at you now. Look at you now. Like, you're live. You've got people watching you live right now, and you're shining and glowing, and you look gorgeous. And I remember you would not even do a video. We had to really kick you up the backside to get you to do a video, didn't we?
You did. And once I did it, the first one, I really enjoyed it, and I've done a couple of others, and so I really enjoy doing them. And yeah, look, 6 months ago, there's no way that we would have been here live having this conversation. So and even and even talking to the guest speakers that you had come in, like with all their different like speciality niches. I've contacted some of those and some of them and even worked with them. I would never have done that in past. Well, I wouldn't have even known who they were, and the help that I've got from them as well has been immense. And even immersing myself, flying over to Sydney for the end of the program for that weekend, and being in a house with 3 other women that I had met on Facebook over the 6 months, but not being in a house with them face to face was a big step for me at the beginning, and I started to embrace it. And I went away with I came over with no expectations, and it was just the best weekend ever. It was more like it was a cross between a retreat, a reunion with old friends, and then the workshops that we did as well, that were lots of fun as well. I really enjoyed being there, and the guest speakers and putting the masks on with Helen Ryan. That was something that I would never do.
I'll just explain it to those who are listening in. We have a few people listening in. That, as part of the Step Into the Spotlight program, at the end of it, we get together. Now, not everyone always joins us, obviously, depending on where they come from. But you flew all the way over from where you live in Bustleton all the way to Sydney. And we get together and we spend 2 days together. We actually ended up spending 3 because you came in earlier. We spend the whole 2 days together, and we go over things like sales techniques and some more deepening. And so it's a combination of transformational work on ourselves, and then also what you need to do to really amp up where you're stepping out to next. And that's why I concentrated so much on the sales side of things with you. So I hope you enjoyed actually stepping into that sales side, as well as the work that both Helen Ryan and Devesh gave you as well.
Yeah, that stepping into that sales side of it was I actually embraced it again, and I found it a lot of fun, because you gave us a step-by-step process that we needed to do, but but then, as you said to us, make it your own, which I did, and yeah, it was a fun exercise. So yeah. And again,
and
so that yeah.
Got anything to add, or do you?
Sorry, you're breaking up, Vanessa.
Who was your favourite guest expert? I love asking this question. Who was your favourite guest expert? I know you loved them all, but there's always usually a favourite one.
Out of all of them? Oh. I really enjoyed Alistair Marks.
He has been a favourite, yes.
and I don't know, because I learned so much about podcasting and things like that, and I actually started listening, like I listen to his podcasts now, and so I'm still learning from him, because I'm, listening to how he interviews and what he talks about and stuff like that. So that was really good, but to really have a real favourite, it's really hard, because all of them were so different and gave so much value to us.
Yeah, and you get why I bring in the guests is because I just can't handle myself. I'm not an expert in every one of those areas that we actually teach in the Step in the Spotlight program, because it is such a comprehensive program. So that's why, and also I think that you get sick of me as well. 6 months every Monday night at 7:30 with me for an hour. That's why I think better give them some variety and bring in some guest experts.
Yeah, and I also enjoyed was Suzanne Butler with the technological side of. Yeah, I enjoyed that as well. So yeah.
Yeah, because that was very important for you. Yeah, it was an important step for you, that one, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and so where to next? Like, what's the next step for you? So you've done the program, you've had a lot of growth, there's no doubt about it. I think anyone who's been in this program and watched you from beginning to now, and seen how much Gill has stepped out, we'd all say that. So what's coming next? I know you're getting client inquiries. You've had a couple of good opportunities come your way. So I think you've had some lessons learnt there as well. So still learning.
Yeah, and next week it's up to Perth for a book launch that I'm a co-contributor to. So which again that came about through the program, which I would never have done that. So I'm really looking forward to that, because that's again meeting some new people, doing some networking, and from that I've actually been given a referral to someone else who actually goes in and does the decluttering but doesn't do the mindset around the clutter. So I've got to make that contact with him and see where we can take that. So and that will be more in the business side of decluttering, which I quite enjoy actually. So it's open. It's just opened up this whole new world for me.
That's what I was going to ask. Yeah. It's how much has opened up for you since you stepped into this, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's again where I was stuck. I was blocking myself, because I'm thinking, well, I only live at a fairly small regional town. It's actually a city, but very small city. And I'm thinking, how many people can I reach in this area? It's limited. But I wasn't thinking outside the box, and that's where that's where all the guest speakers were coming in, and even with Helen saying, well, look, you can reach anybody. You've got technology. You've got Skype. You can reach anybody anywhere in the world. So
one of the aims with Step in the Spotlight program is to actually show people that when they start stepping out and just opening up also to be seen, to receive, you do find that you start to get opportunities that previously you may have missed. I think it opens your eyes to actually recognizing them. So it's not like you wouldn't have had them around before. You just filtered and deleted them.
Yeah.
But I think we opened your eyes, all of you, up to what else can I do, or where are those opportunities and where are they coming from?
Yeah, and I don't have to have everything perfect or my ducks all lined up in a row. It's okay to just step in and figure out how as I go along. So yeah, which is awesome. That's a huge step for me to do that, because I'm
Because I remember telling you a couple of my little secrets, how I work, and I remember seeing the shock in some of your faces when you saw how imperfect my work and what I do is, and how I never wait for it to be perfection. And I remember the look of shock and horror on many of your faces.
And then Helen just decided to put me on the spot, and you know, to do something with a potential client, and I'm going, oh, but I'm not ready. And she just kept kicking me and going, you can do this, you can do this. And so yeah, that was just a wonderful learning experience, and everything. So yeah.
If you felt not ready and yet you were not pushed, because we don't do pushing, but you were encouraged to embrace the not readiness and go in there anyway, how did you feel when you actually did take that step and you would not have done that beforehand? How did you actually feel when you did actually do it? When you were saying to yourself, I'm not ready, I'm not ready.
Yeah, it was awesome, and I think for me too, it was knowing that I had that support behind me, and people like Helen and yourself had that belief in me, which I wasn't seeing. And so they believe in me. They wouldn't be telling me that they believe in me if they didn't believe in me. So I think that was it, that, well, there's someone out there that actually believes in me. It's time I stepped up and started believing in myself and doing what I need to do. So that, yeah, it's just for me, the whole program has actually been life-changing.
Yeah. Cool. That's what I like to hear. I love hearing stuff like that.
It's really been life-changing and business-changing. Because
I think it's all one and the same. Life and business, I think, is best when it's all one beautiful big whole combination.
Yeah. Because I'm doing what I love, so it's not really business. I don't think this is business. It's something that I'm loving. But I when I first started, I would have been, you know, as you say, step out in the spotlight, be seen and heard. I would have been that person behind the wings, you know, hanging onto the curtain, just peering out a little bit, wishing, but the spotlight. Whereas now it's like kind of like, out of my way, I'm ready for this. I'm standing in the spotlight. Where's the spotlight? So that's how much it's changed me in 6 months.
Yeah, that's 6 months. And a lot of people say, 6 months is such a long program. But as you've said, it went really quickly. There was a lot of stuff to digest and move through. So I can't think that you would ever have been bored by any stretch.
and you know, accountability there as well was like, which so the 6 months gave us time to do this, you know, each week where we had a different thing that we were doing and laying that foundation week by week. We had the time to do the opportunity work and then do the next thing and then do the next thing. So six months, it really did go fast. In fact, Monday afternoon, I was thinking, I better get ready to for Vanessa's call. And I thought, that's right, it's finished.
If anyone's got any questions, if you're listening in and you have any questions at all, just feel free to post them. Even if you're listening to the replay of this and you have been interested in the Step in the Spotlight program, just to let you know, we are starting the next round on March the 13th. Just so that you know, Gill, we have a couple of extra awesome new guests joining us this next round for 2017. So we have some really awesome names joining us this time around. So because you are going to have lifetime access to the membership area, you will be able to come and join in on those extra guests that you haven't met before. And you know one of the reasons for that, which I always plug. But you'll get their valuable information as well. So Andrew Eggleton, for starters, is going to come in and, you know, that video module that you were very nervous about, he's going to come in and help with that one this time around.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so you can still come and join us on those Monday nights where we get in those new guests. And plus you've also got lifetime access to the membership area. So we're constantly updating that. So I'll be updating each round. And if you want to actually watch any of the new material as well that comes through, it's in there for you.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you.
Yeah, so we don't kind of drop you and leave you. And, of course, you're staying in our little private group as well. So you can babysit and help the new ones coming through.
Yeah, well, I'd look forward to that. Actually, I think that's really nice that that we can all come into the group and help the new ones along, as well as we're staying in contact with each other, which is really nice. So yeah. Right.
So
and if it's
go.
Yeah, sorry.
Go
I was
on.
going to say, if it's
okay,
I'm happy to speak to any newbies if they want to send me a private message through Facebook. That's if it's okay with you. If they've got any questions,
absolutely.
That they want to ask. Yeah.
Yep. So if anyone does actually, because I actively encourage people who are thinking about this program to actually contact anyone who's just graduated from the recent one. So if anyone wants to speak to you, Gill, at all, and I know that you put your hand up to say, yes, I'm quite happy to talk to anyone about it. If they have any questions, you can either contact me, or if you want to actually get some information from those that are being in the program, Gill is open for you. Leanne Blaney, of course, was on yesterday, and she's quite happy to answer any queries. So where are they going to find you? Other than
they can, either Facebook's probably the best place at the moment to find me, or I've got my Clear Your Space Facebook page as well, which they can find me on as well, or just Gill Hartley Facebook. So yeah.
So a lot of people I find these days just tend to do the good old Facebook messaging. So you'll probably find if anyone reaches out, it'll be that. I know that most people do that way. So it starts March the 13th for any of you who may be sitting on the fence or thinking perhaps I'm too shy to do this whole step into the spotlighting thing. This program is actually made for you, isn't it, Gill? It's for those people who think they're too shy. Because
no, absolutely, I agree with that one.
Yeah, because it's not, I haven't made it for those who are natural extroverts, but of course if you're an extrovert then you're just going to fly through a program like this. But for those of you who feel a little bit shy, you're a little bit introverted and you're a bit worried about putting yourself out there, it is that step-by-step process that we put you through. And you know, Gill, don't you, that we don't just dump it all on you in one hit. You are worked gradually through the process of actually getting used to it.
And we've got that private Facebook page, the group page, where we can practice before we actually put it out there if we want to, and get the feedback so we can tweak and play, which was really good actually, because it was a nice safe space to do it. Yeah,
that's the aim of the program, is to make it safe. And of course, we don't have massive amount of people in the program. It's not a program with, hundreds of people going through. It's a small select group. And I do actually, as you know, Gill, I do actually talk to everyone who applies and make sure that the program will suit them, and that also that they are right for the program themselves. So we're not just taking on hundreds and hundreds of people. I do actually basically go through every applicant and we have a chat and see if you're right. So it's a safe place. So it starts March the 13th, Monday, March the 13th. It will go through all the way until September. Now, that seems like it's a long way away. Trust me, it won't. And if you can imagine where you are now with your coaching business and where you will be by the end of September, you will see a big shift. So focus on that shift that's going to happen for you if you actually do decide to jump in on this program. You've got, as I said, we're starting March the 13th. If you are interested and you want to get an insider's view, you can contact any of the girls that have been in the program, or if you want questions, you can come straight to me, and I'm going to put the link up where you can actually join the program and read more information on with the replay of this video, so you'll get to see it there. Wow, that was a mouthful. I was just saying, you here I am looking a mess in my little reading room, and you've scrubbed up looking all beautiful, and I'm looking all messy. I had some really bad news about my little bunny this morning, so I haven't really felt like being on top of the world today. So, yeah, we've been waiting for some test results from my little bunny, and they came back this morning, and he's got a whole lot of a very rare cancer. So it's not looking good. So we did have bad news this morning for my little baby bunny. So, but anyway. Let's lighten this up. I was just saying that's why I'm a bit today.
Look, we all have those sorts of days, unfortunately, and that's life.
Yeah. So, did you want to add anything at all, Gill, before we take off? If there's anyone, there's a few of you watching. If you want to ask any questions or even just say hi to us, please do. I'm just giving you a wave now. But Gill's here to answer any questions at all if you've got them about Step into the Spotlight, the program. It is for coaches and change makers. It is not for small business entrepreneurs as such. It is for those who are doing some form of coaching or some form of change-making work, which you bring in with your decluttering work. You bring in the mind and the coaching work. It's not just going and clearing someone's space, as in where they reside. You're actually clearing what's going on up in here as well, that they created that space in the first place. Yeah. So I just wanted to put that out there, because I do get a few people that I have to say no to just because they're not in the space that I like working with people, which is the coaches and change makers. So, hi. Oh, we've got a hello there. Wait, we got one. We had to ask for that one.
Is that Sequoia?
Yeah, I don't really know how to say that name, though I do see it a lot, and she's a gorgeous member in the group there, but I'm not actually sure how to say your first name. I'm so sorry. I wish I knew. I'm not very good with anything that's not rolling off my tongue easily.
I love her photo up there with her little cat with a little wreath on its head. It's beautiful. Sakara. Is that right?
There you go. So now I know. Thank you, Sakara, because I've always looked at your name and always wondered, how do I actually pronounce that? And today we got caught out. Thank you for taking us out of our distress and actually showing us how to say it properly. Thank you. And I will remember that too, because I do see Sakara's name and her comments quite a bit. Okie dokie. As I said, step into the spotlight if you are watching. You don't mind. Thank you. I guess when you get one of those names, that's a little bit difficult. I know with my surname that I had when I was married, I was Varian. A lot of people would say that wrong, a name as simple as Varian. Hi, Kim.
Hi, Kim.
Yeah, do you know Kim, Gill?
No, Kim, I don't think I do.
Both went to the same training institution for your coach training, so I just wondered if you might have been at different stages. So,
yeah. Oh, hi, Kim. I'm Gill.
And you're both in WA as well, which is interesting.
Oh.
Yeah. So for those of you that are, as I said, interested in the program, it starts in little than a week and a half away. So if you are interested, you really do need to act and either, chat to us or chat to me or get signed up. Small group program, as I said, there's a lot of support from me and from the support coach in Helen Ryan, and also from each other, because I believe part of this program is informing good connections and friendships with one another. Yes, Gelton.
Sunny Bustleton for me at the moment. Yeah, sunny Bustleton for me, but I used to live up near Geraldton many years ago.
Three Springs, wasn't it?
Yes. And Minnie.
And Minnie. Yeah. So, Kim, you've got us. We're all from the same region. How funny that we're all on this together. So thank you so much, Gill, for coming on and talking to me about the program. As I said, your shift has been quite immense, and I really wanted to feature you because you were one of the ones that did come in you did everything that anyone would do going into a big program. You did overwhelm. You did I can't do this. You did everything.
I think I was your resident I can't do ... expert. So now if I can do it, anybody can do it. Trust me.
I think that's true too. I do believe it seems like a lot, but as you work your way through the program, you realise that it's not that. It's like, you know, that old metaphor that we use as coaches about driving a car, isn't it? The more you get used to, the more you get to do this. And if you can shine. You can show up and shine online like you have today. And I know when you first joined our program, there is no way on earth I know that I would have got you on this.
No, I would have probably left the program and gone into hibernation or something.
So if you are a bit of a scaredy cat, or you're a bit shy about, getting out there and shining online, so to speak, do talk to us about joining the program. So you can PM me. I'll give you the downloads and the information on the program. If you just want an insider's experience, contact Gill or any of the other girls that have just gone through the program, and they're happy to just tell you what's going on. I'm really open with that. I don't mind at all who you contact and ask them about it, because I know that we all had a pretty good time, and we will in future rounds as well. So starts March the 13th, please step into the spotlight. I will put the link up for you if anyone wants to have a look at it, and by all means come on board, and we are looking forward to filling actually the last couple of spots that we have left, so just before we start. So do get onto it. Thank you so much, Gill. If anyone wants to get in contact with Gill, you can either just PM her on Facebook by Facebook Messenger, or you can head to Clear Your Space, which is the Facebook page. But generally, Facebook Messenger will probably get you the easiest. Thank you so much, Gill.
Thank you. And thank you for your patience at the beginning where I was having a few technical problems.
I need to get there in the end. And isn't that interesting? Because I know in the olden days, before you came through this program, you would have walked away from it and said, no, can't do it, going to do. But you didn't. You persevered. Yes, I was waiting for 10 minutes or whatever, but you persevered and you worked it out, and here you are.
Yes, yeah. So I learned that from you. How to just keep persevering and trying, and
just doing it. All right. Thank you so much. We're gonna say to Ruth, thank you so much, Gill, for all your help, and I'll still see you hanging out in our own private little group as well. Bye, everyone. Bye. Thanks so much.